Hello, Princess on a Pillow here, and I am here to do a review on the Little Women Atlanta. Let's get started. Okay, I should read the cast names, but let's just start with the Tiny Twins, who I love. Andrea and Amanda. I think Andrea has 3 kids, and she is, I don't think she's engaged. She has 3 kids for her boyfriend. And Amanda is engaged, but she has no kids. I think last season or season before that, her boyfriend proposed to her, gave her a ring. He put a ring on it. Yeah, so Andrea has 3 kids, not married. Amanda has no kids and is engaged. So she's engaged to a guy named Jordan. Okay, so Money is trying to get custody of her child, D2. He's in Houston, I guess, with his dad, and she's trying to get custody. We saw a segment of her where she's on the phone with her lawyer, and her lawyer is telling her that the judge decided not to give her custody of her son because he didn't want to uproot the son and move the son from Houston to Georgia, which I think is ridiculous. So what if the child is uprooted? Kids get uprooted all the time, and they easily adapt. I came to this country at age 11 from Jamaica to the States at age 11, and I had to adapt. It's okay. That's what kids do. They adapt. That's how, life is. That's life. So I don't see why that was the reason why she couldn't get custody of her child, because he didn't want to uproot the child. That didn't make sense. I can understand if she was a drug dealer, or if she was an abuser, or if she was a delinquent or something, but not giving her custody of her child because he didn't want to uproot the child from one state to the next. I think that was ridiculous. Anyway, Juicy's on the phone with her lawyer. She's crying. She's upset. She's asking, well, what can I do? And her lawyer said the best thing that you can do is move yourself from Atlanta to Houston to be with your son. So that was that segment for her. Juicy's telling the Tiny Twins that she wants to manage them. She wants to introduce them to some producers, and they seem to be on board. But Minnie, who does not like Juicy, she doesn't think Juicy has the twins' best interests. She thinks Juicy is looking out for herself. Minnie is also working with Pastor Troy again. She's working with Pastor Troy on his podcast, and she plans on doing her own podcast. So next thing was Juicy met up with the with 2 producers from Street Exec. Never heard of them, but I'm not into music like that anyway. But yeah, they were from two producers from Street Exec. And one of the producers, he was really, really nasty. They're looking for acts for a tour, and she's telling them about the Tiny Twins and about left cheek, right cheek. And he has the nerve to say, I don't want no amateur, I want professionals. What if you want, go find professionals then. I mean, what do you, he said he don't want no clown acts. That is so mean and disrespectful. I was like, really? So then, the next thing was they showed the cheeks, left cheek, right cheek. They showed them doing a music video where they were rapping. So I guess they rap and they twerk. Okay, Minnie meets up with Pastor Troy to do a little segment on his podcast. I keep saying podcast. And then she tells him that she wants to do her own podcast. And he's like, okay, but I don't think he's interested in helping her. But what's his name? Pastor Troy doesn't look as bad as I thought he did. He's looking kind of good. He's looking okay. They showed bonus scenes of Juicy working out with these 2 guys, these 2 trainers. They look young and stuff. And they're buff, so I guess they know how to train. But I don't think she should be doing that. She's a woman. I think she should probably do some speed walking and watch her diet. Me too. I know I need to lose weight. Me too. But when I was in the military, that's all we did. We marched. Everywhere we went, we marched. Every single place we had to go, we marched. And that's when we were in training, and I lost weight like crazy. No matter what I ate, I wouldn't gain weight because all we did was walk here, walk there, 30-inch steps. So walking is really, really good. And if you walk a couple of miles every day and want her to eat, I think she should be good. I don't think she should be working out with those guys, those muscle-bound guys. No, I don't think. Nah. Okay, what else? Alright, so Juicy FaceTime with the Cheeks. I think they're in, where are they? They're in Texas somewhere. And she FaceTimed them and asked them to come to, no, I think they're in Dallas. They're in Dallas. And she FaceTimed the Cheeks and asked them to come to Atlanta to meet these producers. And she's invite them to this barbecue that she's having. Minnie and Andrea goes to look at a studio where Minnie can do her podcast. And Minnie is making snide remarks about Juicy, saying how much more talented she is compared to Juicy. I think Minnie is just jealous of Juicy because Juicy seems to know people, and she's a shake and bake type person. She get things done, and I don't think Minnie really has anything going for her. So I think Minnie's jealous of Juicy. They have a love-hate relationship, or just have a hate relationship. I don't know what's going on there. Okay, Amanda, one of the little twins, the tiny twins, the tiny twins, Amanda, she's getting married to Jordan, and she tells Jordan that she wants to be married in 3 months in Texas on a ranch this summer. So, he just, at first he was messing with her, saying like, pretend like he didn't, he wasn't into it, but then, they started laughing and hugging, and they're a cute couple. I really like that couple. I really like Jordan for her. He seems like a really nice guy. Hopefully they make it. Okay, Juicy meets up with the tiny twins to tell them she wants them to meet the producers. And they're all hyped for it, and Juicy invites them to this barbecue. So she FaceTimed the left cheek, right cheek, and invited them to the barbecue, and invite them to meet the producers. And she did the same thing with the tiny twins. She invite them to the barbecue and invite them to meet the producers. And so neither the tiny twins or left cheek, right cheek knows that either of them is going to be there. They think she's just inviting, the cheeks think Juicy's just inviting them, and the tiny twins think that Juicy's just inviting them. They don't know, each other is going to show up, and they're their nemesis. So Juicy meets up with Money, and she's telling her about, Juicy's telling Money about the producers and about her inviting the tiny twins and the Cheeks to meet the producers at the same time, and she knows it's going to be some drama. And then Money tells Juicy about moving back to Houston to be with D2, and she's crying and she's upset, and Juicy's really, crying too and upset about it, but she figures that's what she has to do. So Juicy invites Money to the barbecue, and she said she's gonna make it a going away barbecue. And then Money will have the opportunity to tell all the girls that she's leaving and to tell them goodbye. So now at the barbecue, Money tells Minnie the tiny twins that she is moving to Houston to be with D2, and they're all sad about it. And a little while after that, the Cheeks show up, and everybody's looking around like, where are they going? Why are they here? Everybody's shocked. So at the barbecue, Juicy tells everybody that she wants both the Cheeks and the tiny twins to meet with the producers. The twins are pissed. They just left. They are pissed. They feel like they were set up, and they just left. They didn't even eat anything. They just left the barbecue. So, and they think Juicy was being messy. Okay, so Messy Minnie, I'm gonna call her Messy Minnie. She meets up with Amira. Amira was it last season or the season before that? She was on one of those, or maybe both. I'm not crazy about her. She's talented though. She can rap, she can dance. She's an entertainer. She's talented. So Messy Minnie meets up with Amira, and she tells Amira that Juicy is trying to set the twins and the Cheeks up with these producers. And now Amira is pissed because at one time, Juicy was her manager. So now she's pissed and wondering why Juicy didn't call me. Why didn't Juicy didn't ask me to meet with the producers? All right, so Amira shouldn't do that. Amira told Minnie to find out more about this tour that the producers want to take these acts on. So she wants, because she's trying to get into all of that too. She wants to be involved in the tour with these producers. So she told Minnie to try to find out more from Juicy about the tour. So Minnie goes to Juicy's office to try to get more information about the tour, and for Amira, and she's buttering up Juicy, and Juicy's not falling for it. Juicy knows that they don't get along, and she's wondering why the heck is she here, being all nice and sweet. So Juicy figure out that Minnie's just trying to get information about the tour. So Minnie accidentally ended up inviting accidentally ended up inviting Juicy to her podcast. Okay. Okay, so the tiny twins meet up with Juicy, and Juicy wants to know if the twins have decided if they're going to come to the meeting with the producers. The twins decide, no, they're not coming. They're going to pass on it. But Juicy tells them anyway, you're invited, and I hope you show up. And if you do show up, don't let it be any drama, no fighting, Because those tiny twins, they get upset in a heartbeat, and they'll start fighting. So she said, I'm inviting you. If you change your mind, you can come. No fighting, just act professional. So next scene is Juicy introducing the Cheeks to the producers. And Juicy's annoyed that the twins did not show up. And when Juicy gets there, she's saying to the producer, see, I deliver. And he's like, you have to deliver because we're the tiny twins. Because the tiny twins didn't show up. She said, well, they decided not to come. So anyway, the producers listened to a song that the Cheeks did. And they said they had potential. So they said they're going to put them on a stage in front of a crowd to see how they perform in front of a crowd. So Minnie, the twins, and Juicy are at Minnie's podcast, and Juicy is messing with Minnie. But Minnie's asking, she should have written down what she wanted to ask the twins. She asked them a question. She said, what advice would you give upcoming music entertainers, or something like that, she said. And she's asking them that, and they're upcoming entertainers, so they really don't know what advice to give upcoming entertainers. So she shouldn't ask that question, and Juicy pointed that out to her, that that's not a question you ask them, because that's what they're trying to do. And it just messed poor Minnie up. She lost her train of thought and everything. So then Messy Minnie asked the twins about meeting the producers. She asked them if they made up their minds whether or not they want to meet the producers. And they said, nah, we're going to pass on it. We're not going to meet the producers. And Juicy's sitting right there listening to it. Okay, so when they're done with the podcast, Juicy told the twins that they handled that wrong. And they should still meet the producers, and they should be more professional about it. And I agree with her. I mean, you shouldn't let somebody stop you from your dreams. It's true, you don't like the Cheeks. So what? You still should meet these producers and further your career. Keep your eye on the prize and go for it. Just because you don't like the Cheeks, you're not going to meet these producers that can get you on top. Yeah, no. They're messing up themselves. Okay, so even though Juicy is annoyed with the twins, she still invite them to come out and meet the producers anyway and see the Cheeks perform. And Minnie's kind of bothered. She's kind of annoyed because Juicy excluded her and didn't even invite her. And right there in front of Minnie, Juicy invited the twins to come and listen to, meet the producers again, and listen to watch the Cheeks perform. But okay, the next scene is the Cheeks. They go to the studio, and these two, I guess music producers or executives, they wrote songs for this one song for the girls to perform, the cheeks to perform, and they performed. You know, it's a nice little hook. The song's a nice little hook. And it says, how does the song go? Has a good little hook, but it's like I know you. I can't remember the name of the song. I can't remember the song, but it's just talking about how people are jealous of them or something like that. And it says the word sis in it. I can't remember what the song, how the song went, but it had a cute little hook. So Amira, Minnie, and the twins, Juicy, they come to see the Cheeks perform. Juicy is annoyed that Amira and Minnie showed up. The Cheeks are nervous, but they did their performance, and their performance was dry. They danced, but they weren't dancing. They were just they weren't dancing or anything. They were just, the performance was dry, but at least they got through it, you know. Minnie's getting her. The twins are upset because they think the song is about them, and they said the girls were looking at them. The Cheeks were looking at them when they were singing the song. So they're upset about that, and because they're upset, Minnie's upset because she's their bud. She's their best bud. So because they're upset, she's upset. Mary's a little jealous. She was on stage, you know, singing. The twins are pissed now. They don't want anything to do with Juicy. They said they're gonna meet the producers on their own and hand their music over to the producers all on their own. They want nothing to do with Juicy. So that's the end of that. But at the very, very end, we see Emily. Emily is right cheek, and Bree is left cheek. Emily is the feisty one, but the Cheeks group. Bree is the quiet one. And Emily, we found out that Emily is pregnant. She was artificially inseminated. And I don't understand that. She already has a child. I don't know if she has 2 kids already or 1, but she already has a child. And she's not married. She's not engaged or anything. So she's raising the child by herself. She's trying to get her music career off and popping. So she go get herself artificially inseminated. I don't get that. Now she's pregnant. And if this works out for her, she'd be going on tour and doing her music, but she's pregnant. Now she has 2 kids or 3 kids to take care of all by herself. I don't get it. I don't know why would she get herself artificially inseminated. Nothing wrong with that, but if you're trying to get your career off, why do this now? Why not wait until you're successful and you're done with touring and traveling and everything, you know, and get artificially inseminated then? Why do it now? I don't know. Well, that's what she's doing. And now she's up there. She's afraid to tell Juicy, to let Juicy know that she's pregnant. So I don't know how that's going to go over. But that was 2 hours of Little Women Atlanta. I'm going to do Little Women of LA next. So subscribe and click the notification button if you want to see more videos from me. Princess on a Pillow here. Thank you for watching. Bye.